Hello, conscious co-creators, and welcome, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and or Rising to your November 2024 guidance. We are going to be getting insight and guidance for you for the month ahead based on your zodiac element, so earth element for you. How it works is we're going to do one reading for you to get the guidance based on the element of earth. We've split up the tarot into major arcana and minor arcana, and we're going to be using the suit of pentacles for you because it connects to, of course, earth energy. And then I'll take an individual look at each of the signs. You can find the timestamps in the description for those individual readings. We'll take an extra look into how you can best interact with and utilize the other three elements this month. And for you guys, that is fire, air, and water. So you can click down below once we've gotten through your element to check out how you're going to be using those other elements throughout the month. And if all of this is just not enough for you, there is a link in the description to order and purchase an individual reading connected to your zodiac placement energy. That's a card pull and audio insight that's delivered to your inbox if you'd like a personal look or if you have some questions. So let's get right into it. We're going to roll these dice to see what your number indicator is for your shuffle. We've got a 5 and a 1. So 6 energy. Perhaps things are going to be changing, offering you a bit of a new beginning this month. 6s are definitely a nice energy. They're an energy of balance, peace, harmony, things starting to kind of smooth out, balance out. The way that it's coming, however, is making me think, okay, things are changing with the 5 in order to offer up this new, more calm energy. So as I said, we're separating it out. We've got the major arcana here for you first, and then we're going to set up your reading. And we'll use the coupling cards from the suit of pentacles. So earth energy, of course, is very grounded energy. I'm sure you know that. You guys are usually very practical. You like to do things and move things forward here on the physical plane. Got a goddess energy that's going to be coming in for the month to serve you. So yeah, practical, things in order, staying very grounded. And we do want to understand how to best, use our innate energy. So hopefully this is going to give you some guidance, whether you are a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Of course, you can watch all of your big 3 for messages. Okay, let's see what we've got first coming up for you, Earth elements. We've got the Chariot card. Wow, the Chariot showing up right away. This is a movement towards success energy. This is where we work with the divine in conjunction, co-creating here, especially for you guys on the physical plane, making choices in alignment with your hopes and dreams for the future, making choices in alignment with those big goals that you have, and spirit being also in alignment helps to move you forward. In this particular depiction, we can see the stars on her motorcycle there. You can tell that she's got a dream in mind. So you guys may have something in mind that you're ready and willing to work towards. Again, very grounding energy always with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn vibe, very grounding, earthy energy. So it's lovely to have the movement showing up there first for you. As long as you're in co-creation mode with spirit, the Chariot energy will move forward nicely. You'll feel like you're moving in the right direction. You're making tracks. You may have some motivation energy pop up or some momentum being gained, but let's see what comes from your suit here. The Page of Coins or the Page of Pentacles. So this is a new chapter. A new chapter. Look at all these books he's carrying as well. I'll give you a closer look at that. Let me set your cards aside. They're in their shuffled order. Yeah, he's definitely got some education that he's working with, maybe some things to go through, getting things in order, stuff stacking up. Perhaps you've been feeling like things have been stacking up lately, and in November you're going to get at this because we've got it with the Chariot card. A page, you see the watch too, timing energy. The page energy is when we begin the major the court cards. I want to say major arcana, but the court card energy. So this is like the second chapter of the minor arcana. When we begin again, we have a new chapter that we're going to be exploring. We need to be open to the information that's coming through and what we want to get in order. It's like being an open explorer to see what your next step is, how it's going to lead you, what direction you're meant to go in. And because the depiction of this card very clearly shows a stack of information, I have a feeling that if you have been kind of procrastinating, let's say, on certain things, getting things in order, or you've got a stack of paper or mail or something very physical to go through, you have something that you want to organize that you have yet to get to, here you're going to see some movement this month. You may feel called to just get at it and go at it and get it in order, sift through it, go through it. You might even find some things that you've maybe thought you had lost or you'd forgotten about in these stacks. I feel there's an ordering going on. With a page energy, it's a fresh new chapter, as I said. So we're making movement in order to be able to continue forward in some way. If there's anything that's been feeling like it's slowing you down or kind of blocking your way forward, blocking your path, if you didn't feel like you had all of the elements you needed, this kind of combination says we need to move forward in taking the first steps to be an open channel to explore what it is that we might need, right? Be curious about your next steps. Get the information. If you're looking to make a step forward or you want to have some movement in some area, you may need to do some research first to be able to make sure you have everything in order so that you can move forward. In the right direction is what they're saying, so that you don't have to double back and like go over things again. It feels like he is ready and willing to move in the right direction with all of the information he could possibly need. So I would say there is a definite pull for this group, the earth energy, to get at it, right? Whatever it is, if you've got to go through it, don't hesitate, right? Let yourself be led to sifting through things, getting the stuff in place. Perhaps there's a new schedule or something new that you have to implement in your life or in your work. You may want to just get on it. You may have this feeling that's propelling you to do that. I say don't ignore that feeling. And if you need some more information on something, if you've got to talk to someone who can give you that information, if you need to do some research, or if you're missing a piece of something, be open to being navigated in the right direction, right? For you to be able to find that. If this is about a project that you want to start or that you're beginning, or even if you're in the middle of it, a dream that you have, something that you're hoping for, wishing for, wanting to accomplish, this is a really good time to get all your ducks in order, get everything in order for you to be able to do that in the future. There's a nice combination here for you to make tracks through November on that. Let's see what else we have here. The Fool energy. This has shown up for every single group. So collectively, there is a new, fresh beginning. The Fool card is the first card of the major arcana. It is card 0. So there's a new beginning that is available to all of us. To all of us is what I'm going to say now. I was wondering if this was going to show, and here it is. The Fool energy, a fresh new start, a new path. This may involve some risk. So if you've been a bit apprehensive, I'm betting it has something to do with something that you need to organize, a piece of information that you have yet to acquire or attained, or that you need to seek out. Okay, because we want to seek the information here. So if you've been a little like, I'm not sure if I should do this, I'm not sure if this is the right thing to jump into yet, ooh, I feel a bit like this is too risky, any of that kind of energy, this is the month where you get to have the information and get to know which direction you want to move, and perhaps feel a lot better about this new path, because the Fool energy is like an Anticipation. I want to begin. I know this is the way I want to go. I might not have all the answers yet, but I'm going to embark upon this path and I will do what I need to do as I trek forward. I'll figure it out as I move along. The page being curious tells me you're going to be able to do that. If you have some stuff you need to check off or get in order, make sure you do that because it offers up this forward movement on a brand new path. That's what we want here. The momentum from the Chariot to tell you, yep, it's time. You could go ahead and take that leap. See what's connected? Oh yeah, the 6 of coins. Okay. Here's your 6, right? We rolled the 6 and now we're getting the 6 of coins. The 6 of coins is a card of generosity and balance. It's harmony, and it's also benefit from what you have already done. That's what they're saying. It's something coming back to you based on something you have already done or put in place or put in motion. It's a generosity card from the universe. You can see she's offering her up the coin, but she has this whole tree. She's grown all of these coins. This is a karma card, so it's reaping what you have sown, and that's going to propel you onto this new path. That's what it feels like. You may find that as you embark upon the path, right, that you're like, oh, I know exactly what I need to do here because I've done this before and I've done that before, and I just needed a piece of information, or I just had to get these things in order, and now I feel like I can receive from what it is I've already worked on or what it is I've already been engaged in. This energy is wonderful. So as much as this might feel like a risk, as I said, with this particular earth energy for you guys, this feels like the path is waiting. And if you're apprehensive at all about the path and what it's going to provide for you, because it clearly is going to provide for you generously, right? It's like there's more than enough. And I don't think that this is like, it's not your first rodeo. That's how they're saying it. This isn't the first time you'd be looking at making this leap. You may have been thinking about it for a while. Maybe you were planning things and getting things together, okay? Well, this is the month where you actually are able to do that, to make the tracks, to move forward with the education that you need or with the insight that you need. And you're going to see the benefit of this new path. So you won't feel the apprehension anymore. It feels like you're going to want to take that step because you've done what you needed to do to be able to get to the place where you're like, yep, I'm ready for this. And yes, with the Fool card, you may not have all the answers still, and that's okay. The truth is, we never really have all the answers, right? You can't possibly know what's up ahead on the path. Things happen all the time that you're not prepared for or that come out of nowhere or that are divinely ordered, and that's just the way life is. You can't possibly know. So being in a Fool energy, it's an excitement for the new path with some kind of knowing that like, I've set myself up for this and this new path sees me now receiving. So you may see physical indication of that coming to you. If it's an investment you made, you may be receiving back on that investment. If it's something you've put your time and energy into, you're going to be getting that back, right? Like if there's something that you were trying to set up and it has to do with your career or a job or a business or of some sort, if you take the leap here, if you begin it, it's going to give you dividends. They're saying pay you dividends or provide for you. And it's because you've already set it up or you have some wisdom and some background in it. As I said, this is a karma card. So there's a balancing of the karma coming here. Expect to receive on this new adventure, right? On this new adventure, expect to receive. The thing that feels like the thing that could hold you up is not getting things in order. If you're not willing to look at something and it's blocking your path or stopping the momentum, we really want to be able to take care of that this month. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, because how are you going to move forward if you're blocked? And Spirit's just going, take care of this thing, figure out this answer, find this insight, research this for a second. You'll have what you need there. And then here we go. This is the sense of we've already been on this path and now there's a new fresh start somehow, but it's connected to generous receiving. So you've given in other areas or you've given somehow already, and now the karma is coming back to provide. Wonderful energy. And that 6 is indicated. Something has changed, the new beginning, and together the 6 energy, 0-6. There's some sort of new fresh start where all of your work is going to be shown as successful. It's like whatever you were working on, you're going to be paid back for it or something like that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Woo, the Tower energy. Boom, out of nowhere. Interesting. The Tower energy is often an unexpected energy, right? The Tower is not necessarily bad. The Tower it could be insight, it could be something that shifts or changes your foundation. Although the depiction of this particular Tower card, the foundation is intact. We're just tilting a little bit here as a result of the lightning bolt. So you may need to readjust something is what I'm seeing. Yeah, certain pieces may fall away as you're embarking upon the path, right? Things you thought, oh yeah, that's good. Maybe they're not good. Maybe something comes in to show you, no, this wasn't as stable as you thought, or you need to make a shift here or change that here, rearrange that, reorganize this, and then you're good. The foundation does not seem to be affected, so I don't know that it's going to be literal, like physical, right? You are a physical sign, but the Tower could be a piece of information that comes in out of nowhere. Someone tells you something, or you come upon someone online, or you notice something, or you happen to be, messing around with organizing something and you realize, oh my God, I could do this a whole other way. The way that I've been doing it is kind of, they're saying cockeyed, but tilted. It's not quite right. And so when you get the insight to reorganize it in this way, or to use this tool, this physical tool, to get it all in a perfect positioning or get it all in order, what you want to do is really pay attention to that insight. Whatever's coming in under this Tower energy in November, it's part of the change that's happening, right? So you want to pay attention to it. And you may not see it coming, but it's definitely going to be significant enough for you to shift it. If you ignore it, we don't want to ignore a Tower. In fact, it's difficult to ignore a Tower usually. A new tool may come in and it shifts the way that you've been doing everything in order to be able to create a more solid foundation moving forward. That is the goal of the Tower. Whatever gets enlightened or hit by the lightning bolt, enlightened through the Tower, is something that usually isn't working as well as you thought it was, or it's a faulty piece of the foundational energy of something, right? So it could be, again, the way you're working a certain project may have something that in the future, that's not gonna be good if you continue to do it that way. So Spirit's gonna, enlighten you is how they're saying it. They're gonna draw your attention to it so that you understand to remove that or replace that or bring something else in that works better, that's more stable, that's more foundational. Let's see if they can give us some more insight around this. Yeah, that's more balanced, to help you juggle better, to help you keep all your coins in the air. Okay, 2 of coins. You can see she's spinning those discs. She's spinning those pentacles on these sticks. The 2 of coins is a decision card, right? It's a card that says you're very good at multitasking. You're good at juggling things, okay? If something's going on where you're being overburdened by something or it's not in balance, because we're trying to seek balance here for sure. Yeah, for sure. The 2 of coins says, whatever's coming in is going to help you to make the most balanced, grounded decisions you can to reset the foundational energy. If something's making you feel overwhelmed, ask Spirit, how can I make this more stable? How can I make this more balanced? What decision can I make? What tool can I use to get this in order, to feel like it's stable again, right? And then you will be given the insight, right? You will be given the tool. It will come out, again, perhaps out of nowhere. This is unexpected energy usually. So unexpectedly, you may feel like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? That's, it's upsetting my whole flow. If something comes in and you're like, no, everything was just fine. I was doing fine. I was juggling fine. I would take the Tower into consideration. Spirit's never going to try to make things harder for you, even though at first it may seem like, why did this have to happen? I was doing so well juggling, but yeah, that's right. You see how this dog's leash is wrapped around her and it's attached to her arm here? If this dog decides to bolt, she's going to drop those coins. So in this depiction, the Tower could be, she notices what's going on here. And so she has the insight, like, before I drop these, before this dog runs and I drop these, let me untangle myself, let me get a new leash, let me get a new collar, let me research that for a second so that I can move forward in a stable manner, or I can make a balanced choice to untangle myself before I get taken down and I drop my coins, you know? It's the feeling of something being highlighted to you that if you don't pay attention to it, it's not that you're not going to be okay, right? That's not the feeling. It just feels like it's going to make it easier for you in the long run. It's going to allow you to stay in this balanced receiving energy on this new path. And so the guidance is to don't assume, right? Don't ever assume. If Spirit has something to show you or tell you, even though at first it might be like, oh my God, this is such a pain. Why do I have to go back through this? Try to stay as open-minded as you can about it, because they probably have a better tool or a more balanced way to go about something that's actually going to provide you with like more relief, more peace on the back end, maybe less to juggle, or a better way to juggle it, right? A better way to be able to stay in balance as you're moving forward, because we have movement on a new path. So if they can foresee something that's like not gonna be as easy down the road, they're gonna try to interrupt you so that you can fix it, right the Tower, and keep on moving. So I would just say, be very aware of what Spirit's showing you, and don't assume that something bad is something necessarily bad, because at first glance, it may just be an inconvenience or, remember the apprehension, right? They were talking about here with the Fool card. If something's holding you back, get the information on it, because I'm sure that there's some sort of moment where you're going to go, aha, this is what I need, or this is how I can do it. And then we don't completely collapse in the long run. I feel they're trying to save you here, my earth signs, right? If you're a Taurus, or you are a Virgo or a Capricorn, Spirit wants to show you how to create a more solid, balanced foundation. So keep your antennas up for that hit, right? It's like an intuitive hit. Aha. It's like that aha moment. That's what it feels like. And it's going to help you stay balanced as you move forward and continue to receive, right? It's beautiful energy if we're paying attention. If you ignore it, then, you know, you may drop. If she ignores this and then the dog sees something, she's going to drop those coins. So we just don't want to ignore. We want to be conscious. We want to be paying attention for what Spirit's calling in and showing us to serve us for our highest good, even though at first it might be kind of a pain or you have to rearrange something. Okay, let's see what other guidance they have for you here, Earth signs. Artemis, guardian. Wow, yeah. Look at that. It's a sign of protection to have the goddess Artemis. Guardian, literally a guardian. Also, you may have other guardians that you like to work with in spirit over the course of November. That's very possible that they may be coming in. So talk to them, chat with them. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. See, again, this is a protection measure. It does not feel, sometimes the Tower can be a pretty big hit, right, to somebody's life. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to rebuild everything. This does not feel like that. This feels like, pay attention, because we're protecting you. Okay, you have Artemis. So if you need help, or you need some guidance, or you see the arrow, the bow and arrow, if you need to know that you're moving in the right direction with the right intention, you're working with Spirit to move you forward, to be able to shoot your shot and then move in the direction of success, especially if there's a new, fresh energy coming in that you know you're going to receive on. Call in Artemis so that she can help you stay on that track and provide the insight that you need, because I feel like we're protected in it. So when the insight comes in, it's nothing to freak out about, right? We don't have to drop everything we're doing necessarily, but we should pay attention because it's important. And I feel, again, heavily protected, spiritually protected. They're definitely going to give you the heads up. See what's connected to this. Oh, the Freedom card. See that? It feels like it provides the freedom in the long run. That's what it feels like. So again, we just don't want to protect it, but I love to see this soaring, flying high, the freedom to move forward, the freedom on this new path, the freedom to take in, shift things, to receive, spiritually protected and free. Oh, that's lovely. Yes. Okay. What do we have on this side for you? Wow. Awakening genius. Wow. Look at that energy. They're saying firing on all cylinders. That's what they're saying right now. I suspect you're going to be making tracks. It's like this energy of very wise know-how moving forward. So you're taking that grounded approach as you do, but staying very open because you know you're protected. You're looking for the liberation energy. But here, I think that spirit is like, you're going to receive. And then as long as you pay attention, because we're working with you to move things forward, new insights will come through that are going to serve you probably more than you think. This is like a massive connection to the divine to help you on your physical path forward, right? Very earth energy connected with the crown and the higher vision, the brow, for sure. You can see something, it's like this tower is hitting your crown chakra. That's what the tower does. It hits the crown and we go, whoa, it's like enlightenment. Like Spirit said, they're trying to enlighten you. You might find a new genius way to do something, right? And then you just need to put it in motion. Make the decisions that you need to make that happen. It's like a genius new idea or a genius new invention or a genius way to do something. It's coming in this month for you. It's really going to serve you quite well, these earth signs. We have the freedom card too. Let's not forget. Let's see what's connected here. Oh, love. Wow. They're showing the word stubborn. So if you've been being a bit stubborn in your ways, you know, like the way you like to do things, the way you like to have things in a certain order, in a certain time frame, in a certain plan, you know, that kind of thing. I like it to be this way. This is how we've got to do it. You may want to try to have a bit more flexibility because I feel like whatever's coming in to be shown to you, it's something that you're going to love. It's going to provide you much more freedom, right? Freedom and love. It feels like it's something that at first you might be like, oh, what? You're upsetting my foundational energy. Things were going okay. What's going on? But if you can allow for it, it feels like you're going to be so grateful that this came through. And almost like, oh, why didn't I think of this before? This is genius, right? And then it turns out to be one of the tools that you love, one of the practices you love, one of the operations that you love doing, one of the, you know, like practices that you implement that you're like, this has changed the way that I show up in the world. This has changed the way, it's the physical. So anything that you do with your body, this has changed the way my body feels. This has changed the way my home feels. This has changed the way I go to work. Has changed the way that I look at the path. It feels like this huge insight's coming through, not to level you, but to enlighten you so that you can take on this new amazing way. And then it turns out to be something that you're like, I love this so much. I don't know how I lived without it. I don't know what I did before this, you know, and I think it provides freedom as well as you're moving forward. Could be some financial freedom here because we do have the generosity coming in, and this definitely deals with finances. It could be that your body feels more free or that you have some more free time that's available now. You've freed up your schedule in some way as a result of this. But it's a genius, innovative type of hit or idea that you can implement for sure. And it's going to make everything feel much more balanced, especially if you're coming into the month feeling a bit overwhelmed or like you've been overdoing it and you're like apprehensive to start something new. This kind of energy allows you to do so without what you thought you were going to be carrying. So I feel there's like a rearranging of some sort that is happening for you that's really going to serve you way better than you think. It's like you in conjunction with spirit are working together to move forward, and this genius incoming helps you to do just that. Plus, it almost feels like plus more. Like you have more time now. You have more freedom. Let's see what else we have here for you. The Knight of Coins. I like that. The Page and the Knight. You can see hard at work. This is the movement card. So Knights always talk about movement, moving forward. A Knight of Pentacles is very practical in their movement. It's the slowest moving energy. You've got the grounding energy moving you forward. Again, if you feel apprehensive, once you know, you're going to go. You have this Chariot here with the Page of Coins. So the practical next step is the next step that you want to do. If you're missing a piece of information, just go looking for it or ask for it. It will be provided. And once you have it, you'll be able to work on the next thing and move forward to the next thing. And as I said, I think that there's some freedom in whatever this next step is. It will probably make sense to your mind and feel very practical and ingenious. Like again, how did I not think of this? But the Knight of Coins wants to make sure it's going to work. And I don't think there's going to be any problem with that. It feels like you're going to go, oh my gosh, I know this is going to work. So allow yourself to take each next step at a time as you're moving forward. We also have, yes, there it is. The 10 of Coins. Look at that. This is abundant prosperity energy. This is everyone being taken care of, all things coming together, the closure of something, right? Something coming together beautifully, an immense amount of abundance. As I said, that's been the feeling. It's something you're going to love, something that provides for you and your family immensely. Again, you may be seeing some return on your investments or a new way that frees up your time to spend with your family. You may be able to invest more in something that you love doing, okay? More money, more abundance is coming with the 10 of Coins. And you see what it's touching. It's not like it's getting us out of whack too much. It feels like you're going to be able to balance as you move through this, and the insight makes all the difference. So you keep moving forward step by step, and then when you get that tower moment or tower moments, perhaps, do your best to stay balanced, to stay calm, take the next practical step and put this in motion, because it's financial freedom, it's abundant freedom, and something that you're absolutely going to love. Freedom of time, energy, finances. You may be able to, like I said, make a new investment that you didn't think you were going to be able to make just because you switched a few things around, you righted something, and here we go. There's definitely more coming in. It just feels like there's more resources that you're going to have to work with. And again, it's not because you just get them out of nowhere necessarily. It's because you've worked for them. You've put in the work. You've done the steps that you needed to do, and now you're going to reap some of those rewards for sure. Especially if you're starting something new, it will show you right away that this is the right path. This is the right place to be. You're on the right track, and it's definitely going to pay off here. Lovely. Okay, let's get some more messages for you. My earth signs here. What else would you like to tell? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Limitations inspire innovations. Interesting. This is always such an interesting card to vibe. This feels like where you feel limited, just look into it. If you notice that there's a place where the apprehensive energy keeps coming through here, where you're not quite ready to take the step forward, right? Even if it's just the next step, you're going, what am I missing? What's going on here? Like, I feel like there's something that's just a little off, or that's something that I just not understanding, or the puzzle piece isn't there, or the puzzle piece isn't fitting right. Wherever you find that limitation energy is coming in, or a feeling of restriction, try your best to open up and ask, because it wants to be given to you, right? And it's meant to inspire a new innovative way, a new innovative path, this genius energy that's coming in, a new genius idea that you're absolutely going to love. So wherever you find you're limited or you feel a bit restrictive or you're being held back, you want to lean into and explore and ask about that for sure, because it's meant to inspire you to innovate. And when spirit is involved in moving you forward, especially with a tower, it's like they're moving you right into a new path that's going to have all these beautiful insights. And I think innovations, new ways to do things. It's lovely energy. It feels very connected to the tower. This is a 52-7 and the tower is a 16-7. So maybe that's why I'm feeling that connection there. We also have fill your cup with sacred giggles. Oh, this is nice. You know, as earth elements, oftentimes they're very grounded, right? Maybe not so much time for fun, lots of time for structure, they're saying. Lots of time for structure, forgetting about having, you know, a more light energy, playful energy, laughing, filling your cup. Your cup is your heart center. And, you know, you may get some more information about how to do that in the individual pulls, because we're going to be looking into the other elements, right, for you and how they may be affecting you or how you can work with them through the month. But cups are always your heart center. So filling your heart with sacred giggles is what they're giving you. It makes me feel like everything does not have to be hard work, right? You can make time to play. You can make time to laugh. And in fact, you should. It will keep the energy balanced. You have sixes and balanced energy here, you know? So there's this sense of wanting to have, it's like all work and no play makes Jane a very dull girl, right? I think that's the saying. And so they're reminding you, all the earth elements. We know you want to get things done. We know you want to move forward. We know you're very grounded and structured and like some detailed oriented, they're saying. Detailed oriented, and you want things to move forward. But we have to have time for play too, because that also keeps you grounded in your body, grounded in your heart, grounded in what you love, right? So I suspect you may have much more time for giggles if you're paying attention and taking the steps you need to, making those adjustments where you need to, inspiring and innovating here. You'll have much more time to feel free, right, with the freedom card, to fill your cup with love, to laugh, to play, to maybe be a bit more spontaneous and not so structured. So this definitely is a big part of your month. If you notice that you're overworking or you're overworked or you're so drained, it may be time to plan something fun or do something fun. Yeah, love that. Okay, final messages for you now, all the earth signs. Okay, what do you have for the earth signs? Take charge, not surprising in this group. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way you want. Again, I would say yes, of course. You guys usually don't have an issue with this energy. However, practicality, one step at a time, definitely work with the divine, co-create with the divine, because they want to lead you here, right? Your spirit team is looking to lead you and work with you. It's not just you work and then you ask for them and you expect them to deliver. It's a teamwork, right? Teamwork making the dream work. So yes, take charge, make sure you're doing the steps, you're doing the research, you're taking the next practical step you need to, you're taking the leap when you need to, right? You're noticing those limitations, but you're also very protected, and there's some lovely divine energy that wants to be explored and acknowledged throughout the month. So don't forget spirit there, and unleash. It says, hold nothing back. Expand into the universe. Expand into the universe, right? So again, you're unleashing your energy. It's like, I'm ready to go get them. Let's go get them. And when you're saying that, it's not just you alone. It's like you're talking to your team. Perhaps you have other people, although I'm not really seeing a ton of other people in your spread. I'm seeing you being very grounded and very focused on a success energy or movement forward towards some sort of goal that you might have, or something you want to achieve. That's what it feels like, something you want to achieve. But spirit is very heavily coming through in your spread, and you can tell clearly they're trying to help you out. You know, this is help. spiritual protection. They're trying to give you an ingenious idea, innovative ways to move forward, to take charge and unleash your energy that I feel like is going to be so powerful and prosperous for you. You know, it's productive and prosperous at the same time. So we definitely want to make sure that we're in co-creation mode for the earth elements all through the month of November. And I think, again, it's going to be something that you absolutely love doing in the long run. And it may save you just time, energy, money, etc. And who doesn't want that? So it was an absolute pleasure to read for you. Now we're going to get into the individual readings. Again, we're looking at how you can best interact with the other three elements. So for you, that's fire, air, and water. And you can click on the timestamp connected to your zodiac sign, whether you're a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, and we'll get into that energy. And if you feel like you have some individual questions that you want me to take a look at, you can check out the link in the description to reserve or purchase your individual reading that's connected to your zodiac placement energy. And again, that's a card pull and an insight, audio insight that's sent to your inbox. So you can check that out if you feel called to it, or you feel like this just isn't enough. You have a pressing question that you want answered. But it was a great tapping into this energy. I'm really seeing the success, the forward movement, being able to be practical and balanced, and feeling the generosity from the universe coming in to guide you this month. So I hope this serves you, and I'll see you in your individual readings. Hello, Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising. We are going to get some extra guidance for you to see how you can best work with the other three elements over the course of the month. And those three elements for you are fire, air, and water. So let's get right into it. We'll roll these dice to see what your numbered shuffle is. You've got a 5 and a 4, so that is a 9 energy. Change to help ground you. I mean, using your earth sign to help you. Perhaps we saw balance, we saw curiosity, we saw the reciprocity energy coming in, taking next steps and stepping into a genius energy, an abundant energy, insight coming in. But let's see what other guidance we have for you for the month. We are going to start with the element of fire, which has to do with your spirit within, right? That flame within, your light within. What makes you feel inspired and what makes you feel passionate? Let's see what we have for you. Ooh, purification energy. Definitely a fiery looking card with the sunflower. You can see that in order to grow, we do need the sunshine, of course, but also the rain. So to have the purification energy coming up connected to your true spirit, you may find that there are certain things that you need to be able to relieve from your energy, is what I would say. That's what's coming in first. This feels like a cleansing. It could be a cleansing by fire, is how they're saying it. So if you feel called to any kind of burning rituals, etc., obviously do them safely. But for November, it may be helpful for you to like write lists, physical lists, and then burn them away. Also, they're connecting the purification card, because we're using the element of fire here, with that tower, those insights, those enlightenment points that are going to be coming up. They're talking about how the enlightenment points, or the lightning, the fire coming in, is going to help to cleanse or purify your energy. And we saw that in your main spread, realizing there's something you might really love that is a genius new idea, new practice that might serve you. Let's see what we have with the tarot. So this is the suit of wands. That might relieve you. So most certainly a clearing happening, a release. The 10 of wands. You can see she's just holding this bundle of wands and she doesn't look too happy about it. We did roll a 9 for you. So a 9 to a 10. The 10 of wands is a card of burdensome energy, something that's been weighing on you, something that's been maybe dragging you down, something that's been exhausting you, something that you've been maybe trying to figure out for a while, and it just seems to be overburdening, siphoning your energy. What she's going to do here with this 10 energy, because it's a closure, is she's going to set those wands down, not just one of them, but all of them. This card brings a closure of the burden, so a sense of relief or release. And I love that we have it with the purification card for you. So yeah, anything that has to do with a burning ritual is definitely going to help you release. This is doubling down on that energy. They're looking to purify your spirit, right? To cleanse your spirit, to clear your energy, to relieve you of the burdensome energy that you may have been carrying. If you've been overexhausting yourself, like operating on all cylinders, trying to get something concluded, trying to get something done, like exhausted, or if you've been working on some kind of a problem where you feel like there hasn't been necessarily a solution that's like come to the forefront, then I believe that this month, especially with looking at your main spread energy, that you are being protected. You're going to be freed from this burden. You had the freedom card sitting there nicely for you. So freeing your energy, freeing your spirit. And this has to do with that insight, that enlightenment point, that stroke of genius, whatever's coming in where finally it's like, oh, I can set this down. I can let this go. I don't have to carry this in the same way that I was carrying it. And as we saw in your main spread, it may just be this new practice that you love, a new way of doing something that you're absolutely going to love doing. And even though you might be a bit skeptical, let's say at first, as long as you come at it making decisions from a balanced place to either rearrange something or to look at something from a new perspective and be open to it, it is going to allow you to feel liberated, to feel lighter, right? With this kind of a combination, most certainly they want you to set down the burden. They're saying the way that you've been carrying this is not serving you anymore. It's become too heavy. It's become too taxing. Okay, if you've really run down, then just know this is the month where you get to set that down. You get to be relieved of that burden, and it's worth it to clear or cleanse. So you might want to have a clearing practice in place. Like I said, some sort of a burning ritual where you burn away the things that you're worrying about, the things that you've been carrying, and then you can grow differently. Exactly. That's wonderful. Expect some relief here for sure. Okay, let's see what's coming up in the element of air, swords. Opportunity. This is really not surprising, I'm going to have to say, Taurus, right? Because we saw the opportunity coming in with the Tower. There's an opportunity for enlightenment and an awakening of a genius energy. Swords and the element of air have to do with communication. So that's divine communication, what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're listening to, what it is that's coming out of your mouth is how they're saying it. So how you're communicating with yourself and others, what's going on in your mind, truth and clarity. And now we have an opportunity for that showing up for you. Again, doesn't feel surprising. We saw that enlightenment energy coming in your main spread for sure. Let's see how this is connected with the Suit of Swords. Again, I just feel like I don't think this is too much of a surprise. If you watched your main reading, the king, the master of the suit, showing up, and it's like his sword is down. He's like staking his claim, or he understands what to do. So the King of Swords, being the master of the suit of air, or the element of air, is always having his crown open. Remember, the Tower comes in to hit the crown to help us understand what kind of adjustments we may need to make, what we need to move around in order to be able to set our foundation in a really stable way, to rearrange a strategy, perhaps to come up with a different plan to do something, or to act in a way that saves you from collapse. The Tower in this particular tarot is not fully collapsed. It's like spirit kind of coming in to wake you up almost. And so you'll have the opportunity to ascend, to actually receive this clarity. The King of Swords is a very intelligent leader. He uses his wisdom from past experience. He uses his intellect to be able to put things together, put things in the right place that make sense. He's also a massive intuitive channel for sure. He always has his channel open. He's got his crown open to be able to receive the guidance that he needs in a very clear and strategic way, right? He's not going to move forward with a plan or change things around and move forward with a strategy unless he knows and he thinks that it's the right thing to do for him. So you're going to have the opportunity to receive at a very high degree here, right? Leader or master of the suit, top of this element you've got going on here. Taurians, make sure that you're grounded, of course, because you are an earth sign, but this burden and this purification opens up your energy, and now we have the opportunity to be a master of our own divine intuition and our own mind. Okay, this is the setup. So you're setting yourself up for something that's lovely. It feels as if there's an opportunity for a change that comes from a very high degree of intelligence and divine wisdom that's going to be given to you. And what was connected to that tower for you in your main spread was a Two of Pentacles, which helped us to understand, okay, we need to just be making balanced decisions as we're moving forward. We're juggling still, but we're taking the insights, the opportunity to know better and to do better, they're saying. You know better, then you do better. When you have the clarity, you make the changes. That's what this is all about here. And I think that it's needed, this purification, this relieving of the burden, because in order to really receive, we have to make some space. And so they're saying, yes, make the space. Feel free to make the space. We want to move forward. And then you have the opportunity to understand more clearly and set something up for yourself. It's lovely. Or rearrange it, like arrange it differently. Adjust it, yes. Love it. Love these two working together as well. Okay, let's see what we have in the element of water. This will to do with your emotions. Okay, yeah, it's all working beautifully together for you, my Taurians. Action is needed. And we've got the waves crashing into the shore and a lot of yellow. Clear, receive, and act. Woo. Wow. I mean, I'm fumbling that card a little. Your emotions may be all kind of pointing you in one direction, or you see, it feels like they're coming in. The waves of emotion are coming in to help us really feel like this is the right action to take. This is not only clear with my head, it makes sense with my intuition, everything's checking off, it feels very balanced. I'm not going to hold back in taking that intuitive action because it feels right to do it. Again, in the suit of water, we're dealing with our emotions, our emotional body, our feelings. Let's see what we have coming in with the tarot. Well, thank you very much. It's the Ace, that beginning. You had that Fool card, right? Six of Pentacles, that's generosity, karmic energy. As you take action, as you move on to this new path, you will receive. Your cup is overflowing. Your heart is overflowing. This is a knowing. It's like your heart's going to tell you, yes, this is the right action to take. Absolutely make that change. Not to mention, you had this genius energy connected to a love card. So it's something, and it's an action that you're going to love. As they were saying in your main spread, this is coming through again. It's something that you're going to feel really good about and you're going to love. It's going to overflow your heart with joy. This is also a fresh start or a new beginning energy, of course, because it is an ace. So something that you're doing or having the opportunity to do, something that you love doing, it's going to begin this new path for you. Yes, this new path for you. I feel like there's a combination of energy that's working really lovely here. It's working beautifully together. This purification, this clearing out, this release, this making space for the opportunity to receive high degree clarity, awakening these points of enlightenment or these points of understanding that maybe you just didn't have access to before, which is fine. You know, we're always shifting and changing. And then being able to take action from a very heart-centered place. It's like all of the cylinders now are firing together, and you're able to receive, act. It's the reciprocity is really being shown here. And I mean, Knight of Pentacles with a 10 of Pentacles in your main spread tells us you're moving forward step by step, action by action, checking in, right? And it provides this massive amount of abundance for you, right? This feeling of, I'm on the right track. This feels really good. I know this is the right thing to do. I'm going to keep myself clear and relieved. I'm not going back to a burdensome energy. I'm going to be moving forward, taking inspired, intuitive, aligned action as I move along. It's like beautifully working together for you. Okay, let's get a couple of more messages for you before we go. Yeah, this just feels like something you want to lean right into, right? Don't resist this energy because you have so much knowing here. The last thing you would want to do is to hold on to this burden. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, don't hold on to what you've been carrying, especially if it's been exhausting you, because if you do that, you may just, burn out first and foremost. This is fire energy. So when we keep carrying the fire and it's not serving us, it just burns us out. And then on top of that, it's leaving less space for this, which is what we want, this reception from a divine place, this intellect and knowing, and then, your heart receiving as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's shuffle this up. Unakite, live in the now. That's very good advice, especially because you are an earth sign, and what we saw was presence, taking action, step by step. Again, this is not a fast energy. It's more of a awakened, enlightenment, knowing kind of energy where things have the ability to beautifully blend and work together and intermingle in a way that is really positive and abundant. And the way that you're going to experience that is what they're saying here with this Unakite stone. It's a very grounding stone. By focusing your attention and living in the now, noticing what the next step is, being able to take that next step in conjunction with spirit to do what you need to do, to act how you need to act. And as I said, your knowing will lead you, your heart will lead you, your divine compass will lead you. And perhaps information, being open to the information you need for the next step. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, lapis lazuli with spirit kind of being funny here. Make a decision. So it's a nice reminder to say, especially with a lapis, that's going to connect to your brow and your throat, right? Where you're opening up to receive. This lapis will be to do with this King of Swords. So it's not that you just receive the insight and you do nothing with it, because what's the point of that? Again, you had that Tower with the 2 of Pentacles. That's a decision card. We make balanced decisions, clear decisions, because we have the clarity. And so they're kind of reiterating here, again, just to be sure that you understand. You're not going to make any tracks if you don't actually decide. In this case, they're saying not making a decision is intentionally making a decision. We're living in the now, making the decision step by step, and all of the elements begin to work together. So you have this sense of freedom and the sense of lightness, and you can bring that love into your world. It just feels like you guys in particular have a beautiful intermingling of energies, of all of the elements working together beautifully. So I hope that this serves you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, for the month ahead. It was a pleasure to do this reading for you, and I hope you have a fabulous, open, inspired, action-oriented, clear kind of November. Hello, Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising. We are going to get an extra look now for you to see how you can work with the other three elements over the course of the month. And those three elements for you are fire, air, and water. So let's give these a roll and see what your numbered shuffle indicator is. A 3 and a 4, which is a 7. This feels like creativity moving to stability, feeling really good about whatever is being created throughout the month, which is very nice. Very nice. Okay. So we'll shuffle these up, and we are going to begin with the suit of wands and the element of fire. So wands, or the fire element, are all about your spirit, what's inspiring you right now, that passion, that spark within, that light within you. And we have blessings. Following your true passion, getting in touch with that spirited self. They're saying you have a spirited self. There's something about taking time to enjoy the view. Yeah, the view. Interesting. Maybe you're going to be blessed with some amazing things that make you feel so good or that light you up. And yeah, they're saying it exactly like that. Taking time to enjoy the view. Maybe you have some beautiful visuals around you in some way, shape, or form. That's going to be, specific to you. It's not going to be probably specific to everyone, but perhaps you're just meant to pick out and look around you and be grateful for the blessings that you have. Enjoy the view. Yeah. Let's see what comes with the actual suit of wands here. Knight of Wands, and he's like literally out in nature hiking. Okay. I mean, there's some, maybe some of you are meant to be going out in nature or going out. I mean, he's not even looking at us. He's looking at something. Maybe he's enjoying the view here. Perhaps, again, some of you are meant to go take a hike literally or go out into nature and enjoy what's around you. This card is like there's a waterfall, there's a bird, there's blossoming flowers. I mean, it's gorgeous. It feels like a lovely energy. It's almost like he's looking at this. So yeah, there's something going on with taking note of what is around you and paying attention so that you can enjoy it. It may also provide some of the grounding energy that they were talking about with that 4, if in particular you're getting like swept up in something. So a Knight of Wands, knights always move us forward. So the Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Fire, is an inspired movement, right? So you may be moved to have some spontaneous kind of action happening throughout the month. If you feel called to something, you may just go, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And you may find that there is, like, your blessings are waiting for you as you do that. So spontaneity is the word they want me to say, spontaneity. So don't be afraid to, I would say, try new things or live off the cuff. It's like playing things by ear, living off the cuff, all of those kind of sayings. That's what's coming to mind here. He does have a backpack on, but maybe he threw stuff into a backpack and he decided, I'm looking to get out in nature. I want to go for a walk today. That's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go hiking. And then he is able to observe all of these blessings, and it makes him feel so much more grounded, right? So you are obviously a very grounding, natural element, Virgo. But I feel that the nature is going to give back to you somehow. There's like an abundance in nature. We did have the Fool card for you with the 6 of Pentacles, so there's a reciprocity there. You might learn things as you're moving out into nature about yourself. You may get some of those insightful enlightenment genius points. Like if you're trying to solve something or figure something out, going out into nature in some way, shape, or form, or at the very least following what's inspiring you, doing something off the cuff, being a bit more spontaneous, because I know sometimes we can get into rigid schedules, making plans, keeping things in order. But this feels like they want you to experience some of the blessings that come when you allow yourself the freedom to go and do something just because you want to do it, just because you're feeling inspired to do it, following your passion. I'm asking for a warning here. I think the warning is, it doesn't feel super palpable to me. It almost just feels like they're saying, nothing crazy is going to happen if you keep doing what you're doing like as planned and keep in a very rigid structure or something like that. But it'll be a lot better feeling, which you had the freedom card and you had the love card in your main spread. So it's like, we want to be able to feel like we can have some more freedom, or we can either do what you love or feel that kind of love. And they want you to make time to play or to enjoy your life. Yeah, that's all they're saying. It's like nothing necessarily will be bad if you choose to stay in the structure or stay in the restricted box or something, but stay within the schedule and to the plan. But I think that you're most certainly going to have opportunity, Virgo, throughout the month to go do something fun. And it's like on a whim. And they just want you to embrace that. Okay, that's what I'll say. All right, let's move into the air element. Okay, this is the Suit of Swords. Let's see what we have here first. The Courage card. Lovely. I mean, this is waves crashing onto rocks, so the emotions may be kind of volatile, coming up, kind of maybe chaotic a bit. And the Suit of Swords, or the element of air, really works with how our communication style is. They're saying how your communication style is, needing to communicate with the divine source, listening to what the divine source is saying, listening to what's going on within you, being able to listen to other people, and then, of course, to speak and communicate, as well as our mental state. So clarity, truth, it all comes with the Suit of Swords. But your emotions are involved in this somehow, they're saying. So we'll get to the Suit of Water, or the element of water, and the Suit of Cups here. But for now, I just want to note the indication of like an upheaval of emotion affecting either how you communicate or your mind. So let's get some more information from, it's like the courage to do something, say something, despite a certain feeling. Let's see what the suit has to give us. Six of Swords. Nice. This is a nice card. It's a transitional card. It's a card of traveling, or in this case, she's moving up a mountain. So another indication of like outdoors, moving up a mountain here. The courage to make the trek, the courage to embark upon a new path, the courage to move forward, perhaps. Like, you might be nervous to climb this mountain. That's the feeling, like I have a bit of fear coming up, or I'm a little bit nervous, or I have some, anxiety or some tension that's happening in my emotional body, but I'm able to somehow right my mind. You see all of her swords are in the backpack here as she's trekking up the mountain. So this is like moving from a really difficult mental state into a much more calm mental state, a more focused energy. So using your mind this month to focus your attention on something in order to be able to achieve a goal. And if you get an insight, because you did have that tower come up, which is enlightenment, right? A genius new idea coming through to bring massive amount of abundance, that kind of thing. If you do get that, then once you have the enlightenment point or the insight, or how you're needing to like move something around or shift something or reset something, you've got to be able to make the trek. And in order to make the trek without being all nervous in your head, even if you have a bit of fear popping up, you've got to set those thoughts aside almost, the thoughts that stir up your emotions, and move into a calm state of mind in order to be able to be focused to make that shift or make that change or implement that. So there's a sense of, I'm acknowledging my emotions. However, I am paying attention to what I want going on in my head. And my communication style is not going to come from an emotional upheaval. It feels like I can understand that this is how I'm feeling. However, I'm going to get my mind right first, and it might calm that down so that you can tap right into that courage that you need to trek up the mountain, or to make this journey, or to take the next step, whatever it is, or to have this movement forward. This is a card that comes after a very conflicting mental card, right? So we're coming out of mental conflict, mental confusion, into clarity, calm, and focus. I think that as long as you're able to supersede the emotions, and I'm very interested to see what is here, that might be trying to stop you, you're going to be able to gracefully almost climb up the mountain, or make the trek, or get to the end of a project, or solve something, or utilize a new tool, or put a new practice in place, or rearrange whatever it is that you need to rearrange, and it's going to feel very calming for you. Spirit also comes in to help immensely with this kind of a card, because it's a transition card. It moves us from a state of conflict to a state of calm. So your mind is going to be at ease and focused. It's lovely. The goal here is not to go too fast, and we know that your grounding energy, we saw it in your main spread, that we're taking one step at a time. Let's see how the emotions are involved with the cups. Protection, lovely, and these lightning bolts again. Yeah, and look at how stable this tree looks, and how the growth of it. Like, the lightning is not going to strike and knock this tree over, just like your tower card. The lightning is not going to knock that whole tower over. It's meant to be an impressive and enlightening insight that comes through. And you got two of them here. Your emotions are protected. So yeah, it's like feeling the fear and doing it anyway, right? Isn't that, people define courage in that way sometimes, right? I am allowing these things to come in. I have these thoughts coming in, or this point coming in, and I might feel little bit nervous. Protect your emotional body for sure. Ground however you can, right? If it means going out into nature, whatever it means for you. Ground yourself constantly. Keep yourself protected. Expect that there are going to be certain things that pop up that make your mind go a little bit, maybe crazy, or wonder about something, or question something. You might get a little nervous. That's okay. It's okay. It's completely fine to have a little bit of nerves or anticipation when you're starting something new, or you're trying something new, or you're rearranging something to see if it's going to work, or you're being a bit spontaneous. Whatever it is, I feel like, yeah, this is lovely. Complete protection here. And like I said, don't hesitate to clear your emotional body. Do a protection practice on a regular basis. Let's see what the Suit of Cups has to give us. Celebration. Yes. The Three of Cups energy is where we gather together to celebrate, where we experience joy. Yes, I love this. Oh, okay. Yeah, it just feels like harm is not going to come to you. So mostly, if you're feeling this upheaval, it has to do with your mental state. Just remember that. You may need to go, I need a break. I need to go breathe in some blessings. You know what I mean? You need to make those choices as you're moving along to protect yourself and, yes, your emotional body. The Three of Cups is collaboration. So creative collaboration moving into a protected energy. That's like this combination of cards, this combination that they were talking about at the start of this pull for you. So you may be having massive amounts of abundance to celebrate, because we saw that Ten of Cups happening. You may be celebrating a solution that you find, or an answer to something, a new way of doing something that you're loving, that you're absolutely loving, right? That you're bringing to life. You may be celebrating your freedom. You might have more time to celebrate with other people, or be joyful, or do fun, spontaneous things. Part of the blessings that may come is you're inspired to go and hang out with people that you haven't seen for a while, or have a chat with someone and they lift your spirit. You may be sharing some of the things that are going on for you this month for the trek, or the enlightenment points that are coming up. And it feels really good to share with people who get it, who go like, oh my God, that's amazing. Good job. Or like, I'm so happy for you. That's the energy of the Three of Cups. It's a very joyful, light energy. It feels good to share. It feels good to connect. Your emotional body may need this as well. Again, there's this sense of we're not getting stuck in some kind of rigid cycle. That's what what is in the highest alignment for you. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising this month, they do not want you kind of like boxing yourself in. And I know that sometimes they're saying you feel safe, that you feel safe there. Yeah, it's like a safety feeling or a comforting feeling. So if it does come up for you, just know that spending some time either in nature, spontaneous time with friends or people that you love, that you can just have fun with, is really quite important. It feels like it's being highlighted multiple times for you. You are completely protected. You do have the ability to transition your mind or to move forward in a more peaceful state. Whatever it is that you're changing or whatever it is that you're choosing, it's going to be positive. It's going to be something to celebrate. It's a reception energy, but I think they're saying you got to make some time to receive the blessings that are right in front of you and to experience joy and happiness too. You know, it's not just work, work, work. Okay, let's get some ending messages for you, some reminders that they'd like you to take with. Yeah. It's a lifting feeling, this combination of cards. Let's see what we've got here. Be kind to yourself. Not rude in your mind. Again, you got the Six of Swords, so it's a nice transition to a calmer state of mind. Serenity, right? Peaceful energy, not being rude or mean here as you're moving forward. Especially if you can feel the pull to step outside and do something other than what you're doing, and then you might beat yourself up. No, we got to stay focused. We got to focus on the next step. I'm feeling this, for you guys in particular, there's this voice in your head or something that tells you, you have to do this. This has to be complete. Like it's like order. It's like somebody ordering you around. And Spirit kind of wants you to go, meh. Like, let me be a little bit, like, you can take the break. It's not to say that you're lazy or you take the whole month off or something. It just means give yourself a little extra time to do other things too. And be nice to yourself in the process. It's only going to enlighten your heart center, make you feel good. Okay, and we also have, I mean, again, Spirit's being very funny so far with the earth signs, angel aura quartz and lighten up. It's exactly what they were saying. I think there's some kind of a narrative that's going on that's keeping you in like a, you're not good enough if you don't finish this. The quitting time is at this time. You know, this just, yeah, it's like a rigid type of energy. And they want you to kind of give in a little this month. Lighten up, have some fun. Look, it looks like a party, right? Explosions of color, vibrant, iridescent energy with the angel aura quartz. It's such a beautiful crystal as well. Heart-centered energy, being kind to yourself, and doing things that are fun, doing things that are light, lightening up a bit. It seems to me that if you stay in the structure, you know, in the restricted structure, it could be in your mind, it could be your schedule, then it may be more difficult to kind of take in the beautiful blessings and the sense of protection and the enlightenment that wants to come through that abundant energy in. So let yourself play a bit. Let yourself be light. Yes, let yourself be light. Yeah, it's going to pay off big time for you if you do that this month, Virgo. Again, you can hold yourself or hold your feet to the fire for certain things, but welcome in the spontaneity, welcome in the abundance, welcome in the freedom, the blessings, the love, the celebration, the joy, the peace that is available for you. So I hope that this serves you for the month, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. It was a pleasure to read for you, and I hope you have a very joyful and light November. Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. We are going to take a little bit of an extra look for your month ahead on how you can best interact with and use the other three elements, which for you are fire, air, and water, over the course of November. So let's give these a roll and we'll get right into your energy. 5 and a 6, that's up leveling, it's new beginnings, it's an 11, change, moving you to reception, I think they're saying. Reception. Oh, receiving. So same concept. Change is being made, moving to a receiving energy. Wonderful. And of course, a double one is a master number, or 11. And new beginnings. You had that Fool card with the 6 of Pentacles in your main spread. Things moving forward with the Chariot energy. New chapter, new path. Let's see what we've got here for you. We are going to start with the Suit of Wands and the element of fire. So that's all about your spirit, what's inspiring you, your light within, where passion may be being sparked in your life. Let's see what we have here. Inner peace. Oh, how nice. So your spirit's at ease, or like your soul being at ease. Swimming along. This card obviously looks like the flow. I mean, if you have Pisces placements, you may want to watch that reading for sure if you haven't already. Just side note, I guess. Some of you may have that. Yeah, they're saying myself included. Yeah. This is the energy of knowing as long as we move with the current, the peaceful energy sits in our spirit. So this may be, we're talking about the current of fire, and we've got fish in water. So this is definitely going to connect to the element of water, right? And the Suit of Cups. As we get there, we'll see what comes up. But the feeling of wanting to have that peace within by following the fire, following the light. What is sparking within you? What is being brought up? Let's see what we get from the tarot. We're going to look at the Suit of Wands here. Three of Wands, most certainly. Oh, this is nice. This is like, they're saying like, give yourself a peaceful look at the future, essentially. She is calling in to see, she's listening to see which path or which wand she should choose, which path she should take, which path is providing her, they're saying which one is lighting the way. So with the Three of Wands, oftentimes we have this like energy of pondering. We're going, let me survey my options. Let me see what I feel called to do, which path I feel called to explore. Also, if you get this sense of peace within you as you're looking at what your options are, looking at what's in front of you, you may start to plan for something. You may start to make plans for the future. The key here is it needs to sit in that peaceful place. It can't be this feeling of upheaval, right? You want to make sure that you're creatively thinking about the future. If you're wondering if there is a path that might work for you, or if there is a step that you should take in a certain direction, or if you're surveying your options and you're like, I like these two, like you can't decide. The key with the Three of Wands is to follow the fire, right? We're following the flow of fire. The key with the Three of Wands is to try it out. You can put like one foot on a path and see if it works for you. So if there's something that you can kind of just stick your little toe into and see if it's working or see if it's aligned, then you'd probably want to do that. That would be in flow. That would be in alignment with an inner peace. It's like, how will you know if you don't try it? Right, that's right. How will you know if you don't kind of give it a shot? If it feels aligned, great, we keep moving on that path, or maybe that is the path that you start planning for. But if it feels off, then it's okay. If it's not sitting in that peaceful energy within you, then that's okay. You just try this over here. We'll try that. So it's perfectly all right for you to be exploring your fire a bit this month, to be trying, like, let's say, new things. If you get an insight that comes in and you're wondering about it, give it a shot, plan it, set the date, try it out. That's what I'm feeling. Because they keep bringing this up, like, it's a feeling of no regrets almost that they're bringing up. It's this sense of like, how would I have known if I didn't try it? If I just made the decision, I'm not at peace in myself because there's no way for me to know because I never even researched it. I never tried it. The Chariot card that you had in this position with the page in the main spread says, let me do a little bit of research. Let me take a step in this direction. Let me try it out. Let me have some movement here so I can see and assess whether or not I want to continue. And then once you know, you'll go, like once you know, you'll go. You may get insights on that path. Something may come out of nowhere where you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is exactly what I want to do. Or maybe it's not. And you're like, this didn't work at all. Great. That's still amazing information that you need in order to be able to make the best choices for you. A bit of a relaxed energy, bit of an explorative energy in order to have the inner peace that all of us are seeking, right? Let's see how the air element of air and the suit of swords is going to work for you and with you this month. Oh, there we go. And look at that beautiful floating feather. This will be an indicator for some of you for sure. You may see feathers. If you do, it's connected to keeping it simple. Simplicity card coming in. This is lovely. This is the feeling of Occam's razor. The simplest solution, the simplest idea, the simplest way is probably it. Also, you may have overcomplicated things in your mind that you might be grappling with or trying to figure out, and they're telling you simple is the best way. This line of thought that is the simplest, fine. The way that you're going to organize something, the suit of air is all about communication, divine and mental communication. So your mind, as well as how it is that you're speaking about something. So if you need to have a conversation with someone over the course of the month, keep it simple, right? Try to get to the point as soon as possible. Try to explain something in the simplest way so that someone else can understand. If someone's talking to you and you're like, this is too complicated for me. Can you say it to me in the simplest way possible? That's all in alignment. They're not wanting us to overcomplicate the mind piece here. And again, they're saying the feather is certainly an indicator. So you might be out on a walk outside. Maybe you look out your window and you're trying to figure something out, or you're all up in your head about something, or, maybe you're writing something down, preparing something, who knows. And if you see a feather, it's like that is a consciousness call back to simplicity. The simplicity is going to serve you this month for sure. Okay, let's see what we have with the suit of swords. Okay, let's see. Ah, yes, lovely. And we're getting indication of the tower and the lightning bolt that comes from the tower, right? That's beautiful here. So a 5 of swords is exactly what they're talking about. Complications of the mind, conflict in the mind, confusion in the mind, worrying about something, not being able to have a conversation with someone without a fight, miscommunication. These kinds of things come in the low expression of this card. However, the high expression of this card is going to be a change of mind, which they're kind of telling us. They told us as we started, right? A change of mind is going to help bring serenity. It's to do with the simplicity. Also, because you had that Tower card in your main spread and then a 2 of Pentacles connected to it, you're going to want to make the simplest balanced decisions as you receive the insight. So we can see that the lightning is coming in here to, yes, enlighten you, of course, and provide you with a positive way to think about something. Or in this case, it may provide you with the thoughts that you're not meant to think, or what not to do, or this highlight on overcomplicating something in your mind. Like, there's no need for that. It's just causing confusion. It's causing conflict. These are the 2 thoughts you want to keep and move forward with that. We don't need 5 swords. We just need the 2. And then we can move on into the sunset, right? And we can move forward. You had that Chariot, so we're going to be moving forward, Capricorn, all month long. Simplest steps, the thoughts that make sense, the thoughts that are in alignment. So this is you having a shift in your mind that moves you to a really positive and balanced place. Thinking about things more simply. It's very nice energy. I feel like because you have that Tower and we know you're going to be receiving these hits of guidance that are like genius, right? Awakening genius, things that you love. It may just dawn on you, oh my God, why was I overcomplicating this? This is crazy. I could do it so much more easily if I just do this, and that's all I need to know. And it works better, and I love doing it more, and it gives me more freedom, right? That's what was coming through. it's how you're thinking about it looks to be highlighted for you specifically, Capricorn. Keep an open channel. Yeah, that's all they're saying. Keep an open channel. Inner peace and simplicity, and a nice, beautiful shift in your mind and staying open to exploration. And if you're meant to plan something, it's like you'll know what to plan, or you'll know what to choose once you try something out, or you understand it in a different way. It almost feels like there's going to be like these little small kind of tweaks that are happening that allow you to leave these behind and take what it is that you need. Yeah. Simplicity, remember that. Simplicity in your mind. Let's see what we have for the suit of water and your emotions. Yes, a change of heart, a change of emotion, a change of mind produces a change of heart and a much higher perspective you can see there. Look at that, flying high. That's nice. Clarity. And there's the sun. Yeah, this is beautiful. These energies are working really well together, Capricorn. Inner peace, simplicity, and change. It feels like you're having a change of heart or a change in your emotional body, change of mind, change in the emotions. That's not weird, right? That's kind of how it works. If you're overcomplicating something, you're probably going to feel a bit stressed out. If you got the conflict going on in your mind, you're going to be nervous, you're going to be anxious, you're going to be worried. But when you start to simplify and you negate the things that aren't working or that are causing the confusion, and you simplify and you realize the thoughts that you need or the changes you need to make, your mind shifts to a higher perspective, your feelings change. It's like floating on air, they said. It's like floating on air, yes. You start to feel lighter, happier, more abundant, more free. You did have the Freedom card. Let's see what the suit of cups has to bring for you. Lovely. So Queen of Cups, top of the suit. She's also just, I feel like she's at a party, perhaps. She's having a pretty good time here. She's allowing herself some downtime, some self-care. Maybe she went to the spa. She's clearing out her emotional body. The Queen of Cups is the queen of like compassion and self-love. She's a wonderfully understanding queen. The way that you're thinking about things is going to shift the focus to make you feel really great. You may feel at the top of your game. You may feel like you have this higher perspective. You may feel like you have more love to give even over the course of this month with this Queen of Cups. Because remember, you had the Awakening Genius card along with the love energy. And so when we have this simplifying of things in order to, yes, enlighten us, but also to help us make changes that are really going to serve us, this elevates your frequency. So now you have more time to give yourself the care and the understanding and the nurturing that you need. Give yourself the compassion that you need, and that allows your cup to be filled so that you can then perhaps give to others, be in a compassionate relationship with someone else, be that shoulder that they're meant to lean on, or just to change the way that you feel about certain situations, certain people. I just feel like you're going to have more freedom. It's like a clearing energy that's happening just simply by tuning into this flow within you to provide you with a peaceful energy, spirited, peaceful energy. It's a lovely combination. And then simplifying the thoughts and coming from a higher perspective in that change that you're having with your emotional body, it works together nicely. So you're like receiving abundant love. You're taking care of yourself better. It's like maybe you thought you had to do all these things. Now you're like, oh wait, I just need this and this. And that gives me exactly what I need. It's so much easier. It is so much more concise, and it makes me feel even better. They're showing me someone using like a multitude of products or something, like your nighttime routine. This is a simple example, but your nighttime routine. So you got to do this, then you got to do that, then you got to wash that off, then you got to use this product, then you got to use that product, then you got to slough that off, and then you got to put this oil on, then you got to da-da-da, and then you can relax. And you may find that like, why do I have all these? I don't need all of these. How can I conserve or how can I simplify in order to give myself personally what it is that I truly do need? Help me understand. So, you leave the 3 behind, you take the 2 you need, and it takes you less time. You feel so much better. It feels lighter, and you're taking care of yourself well. Yeah, love it. It's a lovely combination of energy that is not overdone. It feels almost relaxed. It looks like light bulbs are going to be happening all throughout the month for you. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and you have the Tower. So definite light bulbs coming in, enlightenment points. Like, I remember in the main reading, it was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that before? This is so much easier. This is so much better. This flows better, This makes me feel so much more peaceful. I have more time for myself. I have more time for my family. That is certainly the vibe here, and they're telling you how to do it, right? They're telling you, stay in the flow. If it's not in the flow, try it out. If it doesn't feel right, that's fine. Simplify and allow your mind to shift. Take only what you need. Simplify. It's going to provide you with the path forward in a much more clear channel. You'll know how to move. You'll be directed more easily, and that's going to shift your emotional body and give you this feeling of just love, like a love bubble energy. And I think you just might have more time to spend with the people you love as well, to enjoy that. Okay, let's get a couple more messages for you, Capricorn, before we go. 4, that was 4. Ooh, 11 on the cut. Oh, Angel Light, support is all around you. Oh, I love when this card pops out because it's this feeling of higher support system, like your angels, your crossed over loved ones coming in to support you. Also, this is like a very peaceful kind of stone. It feels like the energy that you've got going on here. So tap into your higher support system, tap into your spirit team. They want you to know we're here, we're supporting you. I mean, with the Tower energy, Spirit's going to be leading you. You had the Chariot and you had the Tower. You're co-creating all month long. You're listening for those insights, and they're certainly showing up here in these final messages for you. We are here to support you. Yeah, it's like we don't need to worry. These changes that are happening are amazing. Things can be simplified. They don't have to be so complicated. It's relieving. And we also have, of course, Amethyst. Trust your intuition. Love this reminder. You are, of course, an earth sign, first and foremost, but there's this need here in order for you to be able to work with spirit. Co-creation, as we just said. You've got the support. Trust your intuition. This is a connection crystal where you're able to rely on your intuitive connection, the divine support that you need, which again, we saw in your main spread coming through to help you tune in, simplify, and make those changes, or at least feel those changes. If you have an amethyst around, it may be a good time to sit with it for a bit, to connect with it, to tune into it. It's only gonna help your channel be more clear so that when you do try something new, you understand if it's for you or not. You get the clarity on where to simplify things or how to change something. And that produces this beautiful energy in your emotional body where you feel like, I am taken care of. I know how to take care of myself. I'm making time for myself. And that allows me to have even more freedom or more time to share that love with others. So I hope that this serves you for the month, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you. And I hope you have a beautiful, peaceful, connected kind of November.